What's up, everybody? So I got sent a video asking how to do squats, so I'm gonna teach this guy how to do a fucking squat because apparently you can't do a squat if you have long torso and medium to long femurs. I don't know. Apparently, apparently this is a problem and I have to address it. So I'm gonna address it and we're gonna see what the problem is.
All right, I'm going to prove to you guys there's nothing wrong with my squat form and I'm not going to blow out my back. You really think I'm that stupid? I know what the hell.
It's like he's pissed. Those guys, those guys. I thought this is not an exercise channel. I thought you weren't an exercise channel. Why do you care what people think about you exercising? Like, first of all, second of all, what you're saying. Who cares what people say? First, why do you care? Second, why does anyone care? All right, and third, you don't squat correctly anyway. They're right. They're right. The first point, they're right. But third point, you do squat incorrectly, and I'm gonna address it.
I'm doing. It's a leverage issue. We're all built differently. Not everyone has a short back and short upper legs. So I'm going to show you right here. Body weight.
So does he mean short this? Because let me tell you something. You might not know, and you probably definitely don't know that having a short torso is a bad thing for squat leverages. Okay, it's bad, not good. I don't know where you got the idea that having a short back, spine, I don't know where you got the idea that this is good for squatting. No, it's bad for squatting. All right, so you have an advantage by having a long back.
Squats, I still have the same problem, just like that 375 squat. So all you people in the comments, check this out. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a lesson on leverage.
Us, a lesson on leverage, guys. Bear with me. Be patient.
I'm going to try to keep my back straight.
Okay, go back. We don't need to go back. Um, First of all, I don't know where you got the idea that you have a long back. It looks pretty average to me. So that's already an excuse. Second of all, your shins are short and your quads are relatively longer than your shins. So what? You think this is a terrible squat build? You want to see a terrible squat build? Anyway, hold on. Alright, let's watch this in slow motion. You see how he doesn't even bend his ankles? Okay, this is gonna be like, why even have this discussion? It's visual. You get it? It's not oral, it's visual. Look at yourself. Look at your form. Why are your ankles that fucking straight? When you do when you do any lift, you realize there's a joint. This is a joint. This is a joint. Your knee is a joint. Your ankle's a joint. You realize that these joints have to move and bend and open and close. Apparently, you and your mentor, guru, super genius who has an IQ that's half of mine but is super genius, he doesn't bend any joints. He doesn't even bend his knees. I don't even know how he gets down 2 inches. And he thinks that he actually says that the squat is an isometric. That should tell you how incompetent this worthless parasite of a channel really is. A squat, isometric, moron, fucking moron. Anyway, that I digress. Your mentor is clearly something else. He's clearly smarter than all of us. That's why he does everything wrong and is ridiculous and looks like an idiot, because he's smart. He's smarter than all of us. Okay. Anyway, back to you. Still no ankle bend. What is this? What is this? Look at how far he's leaning forward. Like, does this guy not know that you can arch and retract, arch and stay upright? Oh, oh, he can't do that because of his superior, your superior, myofibrillar, which is all bullshit, by the way. All that sarcoplasmic myofibrillar bullshit. You can open up one study and read it for 2 minutes and realize that your guru is an idiot and can't read. Okay, that's all bullshit. Anyway, your untrained bullshit, which clearly doesn't work, the reason why you can't do what I can do is because you don't go to the gym and do things. You stay home and look at your positioning and then look at my positioning. You see? You see? Look. What is that? And look at these long legs and look at this short torso. So, turns out I have a worse, objectively worse squat build than you, Mr. Leverages. Let me teach these guys a thing about leverages. Well, my leverages are worse than yours. They're worse than yours. Let's see how hard it is for me, in the same exact position as you, to get to depth. You see how much further my ankles bent and how much further my knees travel? And I'm not even at depth yet. Okay, my ankles are 3 times more bent than yours before I hit depth. Okay? As you can see, what's so hard about it? My shins are longer than yours. Clear. Yeah, that is an advantage, right? I get to travel further forward. Does it look like I have short legs to you? Are these short legs? Untrained lifter? Does this look like a short femur to you? Like, yeah, does this look like a short femur? So, lower back, or whatever it is, long back is an advantage. Short back, disadvantage. Long femurs, disadvantage. Now, I don't have short femurs. Nobody with eyes is going to look at me and say, oh, this guy has short, stubby, 5'2" Chinese weightlifter femurs. This guy has a bad squat build. Do you hear me complaining about how I can't squat all the way down with an upright spine? You have a better build? You should be more upright than me, even with these weightlifting shoes. And I have scoliosis. And I can squat just fine. I can deadlift just fine. I can row just fine. Why? Why can't I do all these things? Do you have scoliosis? Do you have short torso like me? Long femurs? Longish femurs? Why can't you do it? Is it maybe, just maybe, instead of talking and trying to lecture this guy about trained, untrained, fake, this or that? Oh, so you're telling me you're awful. And I mean legitimately. Look at my ankles. Look at your ankles. Look at your ankles. And look at my ankles. Look at my shins at the bottom. Look at your shins at the bottom. Do you see the difference, untrained lifter? Do you see the difference? If you're not blind, you should see it. Okay, and let me explain what the problem is. The problem is you have very bad ankle mobility in all directions. Forward, backward, lateral, left, right, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, tibia rotation to the right, left. You see what I'm saying? Instead of talking and talking about nonsense, which your mentor loves to do, maybe you should spend a little bit more time making your actual joints and muscles functional. Get it? You have no function. You have the ankle mobility of an 85-year-old. Are you not 20 years old? Why are your ankles this immobile? This is how bad, this is what 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds look like when they squat. You don't know how to bend your ankles and you're going to come to my channel. You're going to tell me how to lift, what to do, and you don't even know that you can bend your ankles. It's like, wow. You couldn't look and see. You needed me to come on here and tell you. And listen to this guy. Listen.
You see that? I still fold.
And you just got folded right now, intellectually.
You guys have an IQ of a Neanderthal.
He said it. Punchline. All this time, condescending, fake, untrained, my leverages, this or that. It's all nonsense. Do you see what I'm talking about? I can't take this seriously. And you think I'm being mean? I'm having fun. This is me having fun. If I was mad, I'd be a little different. This is amusing to me. That all this time, and this is normal for people to make excuses because they're lazy. It's normal. Normal. But I'm telling you, untrained exercise, you need to get fucking better and get your ankles to the level of a normal 20-year-old, right? Instead of staying home and bragging about your trained bullshit, how about you go to the gym and actually train your ankles? Oh, but it's fake, right? My mobility is fake. It's not real. That ankle mobility is fake. It's sarcoplasmic ankle mobility, right? This is myofibrillar ankle mobility, where the joint doesn't even fucking move, right? That's the real mobility. That's real strength, not the actual strength where muscles move. And you should read the shit that he says. He says, "Oh, if my knees track forward because of my long legs, and it's not because of long femurs, it's because of long shins like me. If you have long shins like me, then your feet travel a foot forward like this. Like this. You see? They're basically over half a foot in front of my fucking toes." Am I complaining? Is it supposed to be dangerous? Am I making excuses like you about my terrible mobility, blah, blah, blah? Why don't you think about the things you say? Why don't you watch what you're doing? And then why don't you assess why your squat looks like that and why my squat looks like that? You don't need to listen to me. Go to your coach, your guru, your expert who quarter half reps, not quarter reps, quarter half reps, 135 pounds on a squat. Why don't you go ask him? Clearly he knows real strength, right? He'll teach you real movement. No, I'll tell you what that dipshit will say. He'll say, "Well, why would you bend your ankles? Why would anyone ever move? Why don't you just be fucking immobile and weak like me? Get it? Aha." Anyway, there you go. Untrained exercise. Why don't you fix your shitty ankle? And also, besides the ankle mobility, why don't you point your feet out a little bit more? They look pretty fucking straight to me. They look like this. Like that, right? Why don't you point them out like this? Why don't you point them out like that? Oh, that will make it easier, right? You wouldn't bend over as much, but then you couldn't make excuses, right? If you had better ankle mobility, tibia, calf, both sides, if you pointed your toes out and had more diagonal, lateral movement instead of sagittal forward and back, you couldn't make excuses to us. So that's why you don't do it, huh? Because then you couldn't make excuses like your hero about why he's weak and why he can't do anything. This is not personal, but see you later.